What the last digit of your birth year says about your past life. Have you ever wondered if your soul has walked this earth before, perhaps in another time, another life? Some believe the secrets of our past lives aren't completely hidden, and one surprising clue may be hidden in the last digit of your birth year. While it may seem like just a number, spiritual thinkers and numerologists suggest that this final digit holds a subtle vibration, one that reflects the karmic lessons, experiences, and energies carried over from your previous incarnations. Whether you were born in 1987, 1994, or 2000, the last digit might reveal a deeper truth about your soul's journey before this lifetime. In this guide, we'll explore what each digit, 0 through 9, could say about the person you once were, and how that energy might still influence your present path. Ready to uncover the mystery? Let's begin.
Before we get into the video, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel if you're new. Now let's begin.
Last digit 0, the cosmic observer. If the last digit of your birth year is 0, your soul is ancient, quiet, and spiritual. In your past lives, you may have lived as a monk in a Himalayan monastery, a scribe in a sacred temple, or a wise woman living alone at the edge of a forest, watching the world from a distance. The number 0 symbolizes the void, the place before creation. This means your past incarnations were not focused on the material world but on transcendence and spiritual truth. You often chose lives of solitude, where you could observe rather than participate. This distance allowed you to develop keen insight, profound wisdom, and a calm emotional temperament. You may have studied ancient scriptures, practiced meditation, or guided others through divination and dreams. In this current life, your karma revolves around bridging the spiritual and the material. You might feel socially detached or find it hard to connect with the chaos of the modern world. But your soul's gift is neutrality and observation. You are here to hold space, offer wisdom, and remind others of the stillness within. In many ways, you are not of this world, but you've come back to help heal it. Last digit 1, the trailblazing warrior. If you were born in a year ending in 1, your past life was deeply shaped by courage, conquest, and individuality. You were likely a warrior, military leader, explorer, or revolutionary. Think of lives where you were on the front lines, leading armies into battle, discovering new lands, or defying corrupt rulers. You were never one to follow the crowd. In fact, your soul thrives in independence. In previous lives, you took on roles that required bravery and vision, and often bore the burden of leadership. Whether fighting for justice or simply carving your name in history, you sought to stand apart and leave a legacy. That energy still echoes today. You likely have a strong will, dislike being told what to do, and feel a burning desire to create your own path. But with this comes karmic lessons. In past lives, your drive for greatness may have left others behind. In this life, you're being called to lead with heart instead of ego. Your strength is real, but so is your responsibility. You've been the hero before. Now it's time to become a compassionate one. Last digit 2, the gentle peacemaker. If your last birth year digit is 2, your past life was likely filled with emotional intelligence, caregiving, and diplomacy. You were the wise companion, not the king. The healer, not the general. You lived lives where you were essential, but not always seen, like a counselor in ancient courts, a nurse during war, or a peaceful mediator in tribal conflicts. Your soul has deep emotional roots. In your past incarnations, you were the glue that held people together, resolving disputes and mending broken hearts. You were born to soften the world, to listen, and to love without needing recognition. This has given you a heart that feels everything. In this life, you may struggle with asserting yourself. You're often caught between wanting peace and needing to speak your truth. But your karma reminds you that your voice matters. You're not here just to keep the peace. You're here to create true harmony, which sometimes requires hard conversations. You've mastered compassion, now master courage. You were a healer before, and you're still healing the world, one relationship at a time. Last digit 3, the inspired artist. A birth year ending in 3 means your soul is overflowing with creative energy. You've spent many lifetimes immersed in beauty, imagination, and artistic expression. You may have been a poet in Persia, a painter in Florence, a bard in Celtic lands, or a ceremonial dancer in the temples of Bali. These lifetimes were not always easy. Artists are often misunderstood, but they filled your soul with color and emotion. You understand that life is art, and you naturally express emotion in ways that uplift others. In this life, your soul still seeks freedom of expression. You're drawn to beauty, romance, and storytelling. Even if you don't pursue art professionally, you find ways to make life more magical, through humor, design, fashion, or voice. However, your karmic challenge is focus. Past lives taught you to flow freely, but now you're being asked to ground your dreams into reality. Not every idea needs to stay in your head. Some are meant to be shared with the world. You've created beauty for lifetimes. Now, it's time to create something that lasts. Last digit 4, the dedicated builder. If your final digit is 4, your past lives were all about order, structure, and service through hard work. You may have been a craftsman building pyramids, a farmer supporting your village, or a civil servant in ancient dynasties who dedicated your life to systems larger than yourself. In those lives, you were dependable and grounded, helping society function and flourish. You earned your survival not through status, but through sweat and skill. These experiences have shaped your soul into one that values discipline, responsibility, and realism. In this life, you're probably someone others lean on. You have an inner architecture that holds everything together, but your karmic lesson is to not become rigid. In past lives, you may have overcommitted to duty at the cost of joy or spontaneity. Now, you're being asked to balance stability with flexibility. You're still a builder, but perhaps now you are building not cities or fields, but lives, legacies, and ideas that last beyond time. Last digit 5, the wandering explorer. Those born in years ending in 5 have souls that are restless, curious, and wild at heart. Your past lives were full of travel, adventure, and freedom. You may have been a gypsy crossing continents, a pirate navigating oceans, a merchant exploring Silk Road cities, or even a spy or messenger who carried secrets across borders. In these lifetimes, you learned how to adapt quickly, embrace change, and live without attachment. This has given you a spirit that hungers for newness, new people, new places, and new ideas. You're likely a free thinker, rebellious against routine, and open to every experience life offers. But your challenge now is depth. In many past lives, your fear of being tied down led to missed emotional growth. You were the wind. But now, your soul wants to learn how to stand still, commit, and let roots teach you new strength. You're still a traveler, but this time the journey is inward, a pilgrimage towards self-understanding. Last digit 6, the nurturing guardian. If your birth year ends in 6, you are the soul of the caretaker, having lived many lifetimes centered on home, community, and devotion. You were the mother figure, the village teacher, the wise elder, or even a priest who offered sanctuary to those in pain. Your past lives were full of service, but not service for recognition, service from the heart. You have learned the art of unconditional love, and you carry that softness in your energy today. People are drawn to you because they sense your warmth and dependability. You naturally step into supportive roles, whether as a parent, friend, or even in your career. However, your karmic task is to not lose yourself in others. In previous lives, you often neglected your own needs while giving to others. Now, you're being asked to learn self-love alongside your compassion. You are still the healer, but you must remember that you, too, deserve care. Your soul is deeply maternal, even if you aren't a parent. In many ways, you're the home everyone longs to return to. Last digit 7, the mystic seeker. If your last digit is 7, your past lives were immersed in knowledge, mystery, and spiritual exploration. You were a sage, philosopher, seer, or mystic, often living in quiet contemplation. You may have been a scholar in Alexandria, a hermit in Tibet, or a diviner in the ancient world, searching for meaning beneath the surface of reality. You've spent lifetimes questioning, studying, and searching for truth beyond illusion. This has made you intuitive, wise, and sometimes emotionally distant. In this lifetime, you are likely drawn to spirituality, science, or philosophy, and may feel out of place in superficial settings. But the challenge lies in integration. In the past, you isolated yourself to protect your inner world. Now, you are being asked to bring your wisdom into society, to teach, guide, and connect with others. You are no longer just the seeker, you are the way shower, called to light the path for others who are still searching. Last digit 8, the ambitious master. Born in a year ending in 8, you've lived lifetimes steeped in power, leadership, and material mastery. You may have been a queen managing empires, a captain of industry, a banker, landlord, or government leader, someone whose decisions shaped the world of others. You've tasted influence. You've known what it's like to command respect and fear. You bring forward a commanding energy, an ability to manifest abundance, and a desire to leave a mark on the world. But your karmic lesson is integrity. In past lives, power may have been misused, or wealth may have become obsession. In this life, you are asked to use your gifts for collective good, not just personal gain. Your soul wants to learn responsible power, to be the ruler who serves, not dominates. When aligned, you are a master manifester, capable of transforming not just your own life, but entire communities. Last digit 9, the compassionate sage. If your birth year ends in 9, you are an old soul, someone at the end of a karmic cycle. Your past lives have been marked by compassion, sacrifice, and deep spiritual purpose. You are likely a monk, healer, freedom fighter, or visionary, dedicating yourself to causes greater than yourself. You carry immense emotional depth and often feel a burden of collective pain. This is because your soul remembers suffering, not just your own, but others. You've lived through plagues, wars, and awakenings. You've helped and healed, often at great personal cost. In this life, you may feel everything too deeply, but that sensitivity is your gift. You are here to complete old karma, share wisdom, and live with unconditional love. But don't martyr yourself. You're here to lead through empathy, not exhaustion. Your presence uplifts others. You are a beacon of compassionate transformation, reminding us all what it means to truly love.